Let's talk about morphology study. Here I'm going to give a brief introduction about morphology study. And hopefully I can present its concept as clear as it should be. To start with, I think we have to know what morphology study is about. So it's necessary to give a definition of it at the beginning. So morphology study is the study of the smallest unit of a word. We can see from its definition that it is focusing on the study of the unit. So this is quite important. This is what morphology study are about. So in order to understand morphology study thoroughly, we have to understand what a unit is exactly. So in my understanding, a unit is the smallest element of a part of a word, and it has the constructive functionality in linguistic study. Since we are talking about morphology study, which it is in the linguistic study, we have to use linguistic terminology. So here I'm going to change the unit to the terminology morpheme, but they are the same thing, but we need to use morpheme terminology to study morphology further. So we've given the definition of morpheme. Then the subsequent question to be asked is that what are the types of morphemes out there, right? To answer this question, I'm gonna put it into two parts. The first part, I would say the types of morphemes are mainly two types. The first type is free morpheme. The second type is bound morpheme. The free morpheme is the smallest part of a word that cannot be deduced further, and also it has the semantic meaning. The examples are like the words house, dog, and boy, right? You can see those words, they cannot be reduced further as a part of as representing the semantic meaning. And bound morphemes are like affixes, blending, clipping, onomatopoeia, right? And if I can take examples from suffixes and prefixes, it's like as, nice, as, needs, and eat. Those are suffixes of a word. Or prefixes are like an, re, x, right? They are the prefixes of a word. Also, some other bound morphemes like blending, clipping, and so on. But we're not going to get to the details of them. The second part I want to talk about the morphemes is that it is related to word formation. Specifically about the derivational way of word formation, inflectional way of word formation, and the compounding way of word formation. Why I'm picking up this part? Because I think whichever thing you are going to learn, in the end of the day, it should make sense, right? It should have some connections. So I think this is why we are studying morphology, right? So the reason we are studying morphology is that it is connecting the word formation process. I'm not going to get into the details of how they are connected with the word formation process, but definitely in order to understand word formation process, you have to connect with all kinds of morphemes. I mentioned briefly, for example, in the derivational derivational way of word formation process, it has 13 ways of word formation. In the inflectional way of word formation process, it has 5 ways of how to form a word. Nonetheless, there's also a compounding word formation process. So in terms of derivational word formation process, those 13 ways of forming a word has they have one or more different morphemes to be used to construct a word, right? So you can see that there are many types of morphemes, and that's it. And for other detailed topics, I will think about to make other videos about them if I prepared well.